Welcome to Musty Millennials. Today, we'll be discussing your memories of a program founded in 1983 called the Drug Abuse Resistance Education, better known as D.A.R.E. Did you own that black t-shirt with that badass red font? Of course you did. Were you a little freaked out when that strapped police officer came to your classroom, sometimes with that ferocious K9? I know I was. This program keep you off drugs? Probably not. Speaking of, let's send it over to our hosts. Here they are, Gina and Kyle.
All right, welcome back to episode 3 of Musty Millennials, where we're here to talk about the things that really defined our youth. And while we're at it, we're going to look forward and see what Gen Z can teach us. So are you ready for round 3,
Teach
Kyle?
us. That's generous.
I was
kidding. They can teach us a lot. Everyone can teach us. But
Yeah. It's a way to be humble.
Yeah.
But anyway, back for episode 3. Kyle and I still here, still friends, which is great. And for those of you that didn't tune in for episode 1 and 2, Kyle and I are friends that like to talk, and now we're recording it and deep diving on the things that we kind of forgot, but now we're remembering and make us feel like a little fuzzy inside.
You guys do like to talk. You're right.
Yeah.
Definitely do.
It really annoyingly.
Ill-intended. Yeah. Like, butt out. But anyway, so today we are going to talk about D.A.R.E, which before it became our topic, I did kind of forget a little bit about D.A.R.E. Was this like fresh for you?
Well, like the reason this podcast is fun is because I remember the concept of some of these things, and then once we start talking about it, I get like pictures in my head.
Yeah.
You know, so like of course I remember D.A.R.E, but like do I remember like the experiences until I start thinking about it when we're talking? No.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So I'm ready to take you on a ride today.
Thanks. I would really appreciate that.
Get your brain tuned up.
Perfect.
Before we do that though, what made you feel old this week?
What made me feel old? This was my feel old because I obviously forgot about it already.
Because you're old.
Just because I'm old. So I love a good crime documentary. Everyone knows this about me. I'm like super obsessed. So I watched the one about Selena and Yolanda Saldivar and the woman who killed her, right?
Okay.
And it's a really good watch. I'm not going to get into it, but like I'm very confused as to how I feel about it.
Meaning she should die?
Who?
Like, how could you feel
No,
one
because,
way or the other?
so Yolanda was always this psycho criminal. That's how she was painted in the headlines. This is not the point of my feel old, by the way.
I'm
but
sorry.
Anyway.
I've taken us off track.
But you should watch it, and then we'll report back.
Okay.
Everyone should watch it. It's very interesting. But anyway, so I was talking about it at work the next day because I was like, oh my God, whatever. And I was like, Selena, she's the best, you know. And this young little gal was like, the only thing I know about Selena is that Kim Kardashian was her for Halloween.
Are you kidding me?
And then she goes, didn't she die in a plane crash?
As in Aaliyah?
I guess.
No, she means Aaliyah. That's so insulting.
It's so insulting. And all you know is that Kim Kardashian was Selena? Have you never seen the J-Lo bio?
I was actually, so I thought that's where this was going, where you were going down a path on when J-Lo was in her like breakout prime.
We used to watch that in Spanish class every
Did you?
Like, all the
That's
time.
Weird.
The teacher was like, it's movie day today. She didn't want to teach anything.
Fair enough.
So she would just throw on the J-Lo.
Selena's so good. Me and Allie still quote my sister all the time. Like,
The movie, Selena.
Yes, so good.
You quote it?
Selena.
Yeah.
Give me a quote.
Anything for Selena.
Yeah, anything for Selena. That's what I was
So by quoting it, that's the soul quote.
Yeah. But I will say, her songs are good. Some of them are
she was good. And I like
English,
remember
them.
her being a thing like fringely. Like I was aware of her music when I was young.
Oh, see, I don't feel like I was. I feel like the movie opened that world for me.
And that was the 90s that movie came out.
Okay,
Probably
so
late 90s.
So how could you remember it? You would have been infantile.
I don't think so.
If that movie came out,
in
that
like
means
98?
she was already dead. It was late 90s.
Came out in 97.
It's pretty good.
Oh, okay. So
but I was 9.
I was 8. Yeah. I think you just think that. Okay. So what's that thing where Mandela effect, where people like all remember something that didn't happen?
Yes.
That's not exactly what you're saying.
Yes, but it is.
I feel like you think you have a memory, but you don't.
Probably.
Okay.
But it's only because I've seen the movie so many times.
Exactly. That's what I mean. You've implanted a fake memory.
Yes.
Because the movie
that's
at the
so
end,
dangerous.
I know. And the older you get, the harder it is to remember what's real and what's been implanted. The movie flashes back to real scenes at the end of her performing, which is what I think you're turning into a memory.
100%.
Because I kind of feel the same way.
Maybe.
Yeah. You never really listened or watched Selena is my guess.
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, based on the scientific facts.
I mean,
I would say they're stacked against me.
Would you have been
But
two?
I feel like I was in my brain, and maybe it's just because, I must have just been watching Selena since I was 9. You know?
Okay, well, I'm glad we can sort that out for you.
Thank
today.
you. Honestly, that made me feel old. Was productive.
Yeah. I feel like this was therapy for you.
But anyway, Selena is way more than Kim Kardashian's Halloween
that's
costume.
Actually despicable.
And Aaliyah died in a plane crash. Right. I just wanted to set the record straight.
Just to be clear. And actually, if we go down the Aaliyah route, then we can talk about R. Kelly and now the Diddy stuff that's happening. But we can't open that. Yeah, we can't open that box
for another time.
Okay, we'll put that one on the shelf. Do you want to know what made me feel old?
Yeah, I'd love to know.
Okay, so this won't be a shock to you since you both witnessed it, but for our viewers, I'd like to bring them down a journey. So I am on my third pregnancy, which right then and there, that statement makes me feel old.
Yes.
Like I don't feel like I've been alive long enough to have 3 children, but here we are.
No, it doesn't seem like you're old enough.
Right.
That we are old enough.
Exactly. Exactly. So, but to make matters worse, when you have a pregnancy at 35, it is literally called a geriatric pregnancy.
Yeah.
So that alone, okay, fine, eek, makes you feel old. They give you so much extra treatment as if you are going to
like
break.
Elderly.
Yeah, it's like extra anatomy scans, extra blood work, just to make sure your body's like functioning. And I feel sprightly, so it's a little jarring.
You don't think sprightly's a little generous?
Okay, what's one step down from sprightly?
I'll think on it.
I feel awake.
Yeah, I feel
mobile.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm rocking and rolling.
Physically adequate.
Oh, okay. Adequate is probably right.
Yeah.
But not
just like hitting the middle.
But geriatric pregnancy and extra stuff goes in the bucket of inadequate. You need extra support because you can't do it because you're so old.
Right.
So then I was like, kind of fighting it. But then as you both know, upstairs, as we were talking a little bit about the podcast, I don't even remember what, I know what it was. Okay, let me paint the picture.
Let me remind you.
Let me paint the picture. We were talking about us being larger. We were talking about wearing baggy sweatshirts and whatever and looking like potatoes. Correct? Yes. And Brandon brought up a photo of us from only 6 months ago. And honestly, we look so different that I would like to think that we've grown in 6 months, but all we've done is actually decrease because we were so large and disgusting that I was laughing so hard and actually pissed the chair.
Yes. Well, that was alarming, but I will say the photo was extra funny because we were wearing the same ugly brown outfit.
Oh, yeah, unplanned. It was the outfit we wore.
And we looked horrific.
Disgusting. And it was so funny and alarming that I couldn't, because of my geriatric pregnancy, hold my bladder tight enough not to pee. And then once it started, it couldn't stop. Did that ever happen to you as a kid? It's like full circle. You know how like when old people get into diapers because they can't control their bladder?
Yeah.
It's like babies in diapers.
Yeah. So
I just had a moment like that.
100%. Yeah. But did that happen to you as a kid?
Peeing my pants.
Yeah.
I peed my mom had to bring extra underwear to every play date, especially with Drew Kleppe. Shout out Drew Kleppe, who made me laugh so hard I would pee my pants every single time.
Shut up.
Sometimes twice.
So this is why you're high risk.
I'm high risk because I already was prone to being a peer, and now with the pregnancy, my bladder just doesn't close.
I peed in my pants one time, and it was because I was skiing with my mom's friend, and she wouldn't let me stop, and then we got lost, and I had no choice but to pee my snowsuit.
So it was like for survival, not.
It was for survival. It wasn't like I peed in my pants involuntarily.
Just laughing.
I've never done that before.
Regularly pee my pants. Brandon, I think, knows this, and his mother will learn this.
Thinks knows this.
I think Brandon knows this. My words are lazy because I'm geriatric. I peed my pants. I mean, we were really fucked up. We were playing a game at his parents' lake house, and I was laughing so hard, mostly because I was fucked up. My faculties weren't working.
Sure.
And I pissed the chair, and we were rotating around the table, and it was his mom's turn. And like, she's older, so you give up your seat for the older woman. I didn't give it up for her because there was piss under me.
No.
Yeah. And everyone was definitely judging me, like, oh my God, Gina is the worst daughter-in-law. But I couldn't dare let her sit on my...
But in hindsight, you were a great daughter-in-law for not letting my mother sit in
my pee.
Yeah.
So
that would have been worse.
To me a lot. I wasn't even pregnant.
Because she would have sat and it would have been like wet.
I mean,
realistically.
it just wasn't an option. She wasn't sitting down.
No, she couldn't.
I was going to sleep there if it meant that people weren't going to see that there was pee underneath.
Sure. I think that's the right move.
So I guess the problem is not that I'm old. It's just that I'm a peer. I think that's what I've just...
the issue.
I think that's what I've just learned.
And your geriatric pregnancy is just really exacerbating the issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be a long life.
It really is. And you know.
Honestly... Diapers might be in my future.
They might be earlier than
most sooner than you expected.
Sooner.
Like 40th birthday.
But I feel better about that because then at least I have a little reinforcement and I don't have to do it on all my chairs.
But then you're going to be wearing a diaper.
That's a nice chair I peed on upstairs. We didn't even know how to clean it because it's so nice that I don't think I can put product on it. So I just soaked it up with water.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's change the subject. Brandon, what made you feel old?
So, speaking of geriatric, I went to my annual checkup for my doctor, and they did the whole blood panel and all that stuff just to make sure I'm not dying. And my doctor said, hey, you're a little low on vitamin D. Just start taking a daily vitamin D supplement. Cool, no problem. So I ordered that through Amazon. Guess what it comes with? It comes with the box that has the day by day
I love that.
fill thing. Like,
I think those are on trend again.
Like, no.
Were they trendy? I wouldn't say trendy.
Maybe I saw it on a TikTok.
I mean,
carry on.
I feel like that's more of something that like grandparents would have.
100%. Because
not a 40-year-old that
pills.
Why would they
All
send
you
that
have
to me
keep
with
track of
vitamin
is
D?
one vitamin D.
It just seems like organization to me. I don't actually find it.
Do you have one?
No, but
Name
I have.
'em.
Well, now
Name
you
'em.
now you do. Now you have one. But that
wanna
made
give
me
it
feel
to me?
old. Seeing that little box that I remember
Was
my
it rainbow?
grandparents.
My parents have a rainbow one.
It was like a clear blue.
More importantly, what drugs are you putting in there?
None. That's what I'm saying.
That's
I
what he's
ordered
saying. All he
vitamin
has to-
D.
He has one vitamin D pill a day, and he needs to organize them.
You only take one pill a day.
Yeah, vitamin
How
D.
many pills do you take, Kyle? You don't have to disclose what they are, but how many?
I don't know, like 4?
Okay, I take
5?
3. Wow, you take a lot.
Well,
what's wrong with you
twofers, do
guys?
those count?
What's
Well,
a
like
twofer?
birth control, a vitamin,
Yeah,
a
okay.
probiotic,
Ooh, probiotic is where
and allergy
you've
pills.
outsmarted me.
I have very bad allergies. So those are the 4 that I take.
That's actually not bad. Okay,
No,
well,
I
while
get
we're on
annoyed with it, though.
So I've got a thyroid one,
Okay.
an anxiety one.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Can't live without that one. And a vitamin.
Yeah. But these, again, this makes me feel this very conversation because when I was a teenager, what did you do? Maybe a Flintstone if you wanted something fruity before you walked out the door?
I still
Those
try
chalky
to
guys?
find.
Yeah.
Well, I still try to find ways to make my. Actually, I take that back. I take a fiber gummy. I love a gummy.
I know, but I saw this thing that's like so much sugar. Sugar
in my,
You're
so much
just
sugar
there.
in my gummy.
So much sugar that if you eat them all the time, because sometimes I'll take like a melatonin gummy and I'm like, oh no.
Do you remember when we were in college and there were the gummies? There were vitamin gummies.
And I ate them because I was
we
high.
ate so many.
Yeah, I ate
and,
like 50 of them. Oh, it was us. We
yeah.
were sitting on the ground
but
eating all the
then
gummies.
We researched it, and what it said is that you just pee out what you don't need, so it was okay. We were panicked.
We were panicked.
But then it's like the extra vitamins just leave your body. You just take in what you
It
need.
still can't be good for you if you do it every day, because I did read this thing where a guy overdosed on vitamin D.
That's impossible.
I don't think it is because I read it on the
Was
internet.
it the onion? Was it the onion? The onion?
Jeez.
No, it wasn't the onion, but just be careful with those one a day, buddy.
I am only going to stick to one a day. I'll
Good
follow
thing
the
he
box
has.
instructions.
Good thing he has a box
the
to keep
so
track.
he won't double
Yeah.
up by accident, you know?
Okay. Wow.
Speaking of drugs,
Speaking
oh my God.
of drugs.
Wow. Let's talk D.A.R.E.
Let's talk D.A.R.E.
So when you were doing your intro, I was like checking my facts. You had a lot of facts in there. You like buried the. No, you didn't bury the lead. What's the opposite? You gave away all the
Yeah.
goods early on. But so
you're welcome.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for the setup. So D.A.R.E, as Brandon stole my thunder and told everyone already, is the Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program.
Which is not what anyone knows it by.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Like, that's a lot of words for just D.A.R.E. And you know what D.A.R.E. means. So at this point, it's just an acronym.
So
Yeah.
what is D.A.R.E then? Can you describe it?
It's a drug program that makes kids say, don't do drugs.
Yeah, that's right.
Like a drug abuse
Yeah.
resistance.
So
Yeah.
what I didn't know though,
Shut the
what I didn't know, what I didn't know is that it's not just drugs though. So apparently the initial like program goals, objectives, etc., were to try to prevent drug use, obviously.
Yep.
Membership in gangs, which I don't remember talking about gangs. Do you?
Yeah,
Well, you were probably in Westchester.
Yeah, but there's some rich cokehead gangy kind of people there.
Okay. Like bling ring kind of vibes?
Yeah, kind of. Well, maybe not.
Very mob
A little
mentality.
bit, yeah, we won't go there. And then violent behavior. So I don't remember all of that, but apparently we're talking more than just drugs with these. What did you call them? Beefsteaky officers that come in? What did you call them?
I actually, until you said that, I didn't remember. And then I had an image of like them coming into my classroom.
I said strapped police officer because they had their gun on them.
Oh, I thought that was about
I
his
imagined
physicality.
beefy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see?
I didn't think
Do you
about
want me to
the gun.
redo the intro and say beefy police
No,
officers?
we can just talk about them
Beefcake?
now.
Beefcake.
Beefcakey. So it was incepted in 1983. So before our time, really, but
Yeah.
was still around by the
Yes.
time we were ready to take it. And it started in Los Angeles, which I feel like has a lot of drugs.
I have a question for you. Yes, it definitely does.
Don't quiz me too hard.
No, I won't. I just,
Okay.
and this can be a guess too, but What age did you take it?
Okay, so I saw a couple things. I think it's like 5th grade.
Yeah, it was because I remember it being in 5th grade, but I didn't know if that was universal. Like, get the kids at like 9.
So I saw a couple things that said 6th grade, but that's when you get to middle school, and I definitely did it in elementary
it wasn't
school.
in that. Yeah.
Okay, so I stand firm in 5th grade. Now that you've made me feel better about that, and the whole idea was that it was supposed to educate you and actually scare you from wanting to take drugs, and if you remember, it was like a little intense.
Yes.
And a little bit like surveillance-y. Like they want you to tell on people, which I actually didn't remember until I started researching. Like a lot of it is come forward if you, and what's like even more messed up, or your parents are doing drugs. Okay? That was like their approach.
The primary tenet was tattletaling?
Kind of.
Okay.
So basically creating a generation of narcs.
Yes. Ooh, God.
I kind of like think that's like smart.
It's a little crazy.
But then, okay, so there's a lot of controversy, but I won't get there yet. Let me keep setting the foundation.
Okay.
So it was 80s and 90s was like the height. Although
Yes.
it carried on more or less after that, but that was like the peak, which makes sense because that's when we experienced it.
Yeah.
And it was found in 75% of American school districts, and it was funded by the government, and it was super, super expensive. Can
That's
you
a
guess?
lot. 75%?
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
a
I'm
lot.
saying.
Wow.
Everyone is going through this.
But like we all did D.A.R.E. and we came from different
That's
places.
true.
Right.
You
That's
know?
true.
It's like Oregon Trail. Throwback.
It's really
To episode
it's
1.
All of our
community.
episodes tie together. I really like that.
So, because they all happened at the
decade
same
helps.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, it was about resistance to peer pressure. But what ended up happening is they're actually creating a lot of curiosity and anxiety about drugs, which is some of what like the controversy was
Makes sense,
around
yes.
it later. But essentially, it condemned all the bad things. Alcohol. There was a bunch of things that talked about graffiti. I'm like, I don't feel like of all the things, graffiti's top of the list that we need to like save the youth from. But it's on there. Tattoos. You obviously missed that chapter.
Yeah, or it just like fueled my curiosity.
Yeah, exactly. So that's we're gonna get there. So anyway,
I don't have a sleeve or anything for the record.
no, but how many do you have now?
I hope my mom doesn't listen to this, but
It's too late.
12.
12. That's insanity.
Yeah, but they're all small and cute.
But one of them is a sandwich.
One of them is a salami sandwich, and it's my favorite. Let's keep going.
We won't talk about the one we got together that to this day I still cringe every
Hate.
time I look at it. Okay, so during the first year that it started, it was delivered to approximately 6 million students.
Whoa.
Can you imagine? And guess how much that costs?
Ooh, shit. Like 100 million.
Okay, Brandon, any guesses?
101 million.
Nice.
750 million.
Shut
Fall
the
off
fuck
your chair.
up.
Fall off your chair.
Oh my God.
If you could do the math, which I definitely can't, that's $125 per child. So imagine, Brandon, Charlotte's going to school, and like we pay like $30 here, $30 there for like some extra add-on so she can make a snowflake in the winter,
Right.
Like that kind of stuff. They're like cough up $125 so the cops can come in and scare them.
Wait, the parents paid for it?
No,
I thought
I'm
it
just
was
saying
fu-
that it was
I
funded.
see,
But my
I
point
see.
is, can you imagine if this was an opt-in these days, and we said to
Which
parents,
it would be.
pay $125 so we can scare your child into telling on you for eating your weed gummies every night.
Right?
Well, although I guess now they're illegal, so that wouldn't be
In
the
most
target.
states, not all.
True. So it just is insanely expensive for something that, as I'll get into later, was proven to like not be all that effective.
Right.
So
A shitload of money.
yeah, so much money. Think about all the things that we're in debt for now. Like,
I mean, I'd like the D.A.R.E. money back.
D.A.R.E. contributed to that. Like, we got to talk to Biden. He needs to recoup this.
He needs
somehow.
to know.
Take it from the police.
Yeah.
When this came out, Biden was like 70 years old.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so super expensive, and there was help there. So it wasn't just like the government was just like, here's $750 million. There was funding from this program, I guess, 1994 Safe and Drug-Free Schools and Communities Act. So then through that act, they're dramatically expanded. So we're saying like 6 million students is not even dramatically expanded.
Whoa.
I know.
I wonder how many students there are like in the country. Because there's 330 million people.
Didn't I say don't ask me hard questions?
Sorry, I mean I don't know the answer, and I suck at math. I'm just
mean-
thinking like how many students would it be? All of them. 6 million to me sounds like a shitload of students.
I know, but apparently that's not even the expanded
program
number.
But
Yeah.
1994 is like right when it kicked into high gear for us.
Correct, but it was founded in 83. So that can't be.
So 11 years later, they
They're
got
like,
more
let's
money
expand
to
it.
spread their wings.
And this says actually the first year of implementation was 6 million. That they got that many students in 1 year.
Well, if you think about it, though, like the 80s were pretty bad with the drugs. So it might have been like an urgent, let's scare the shit out of these kids.
Because they're getting holes in their brain.
Right.
Well, think about it, too. If you get into one school, you're automatically getting a few hundred students. So it's...
Thank you for the most obvious statement of the pod.
Well, you're saying like 6 million individual students is crazy, but...
Yeah, but how many were in your elementary school
fifth grade?
Class?
40?
40 students,
Oh, I had more than that.
Max 100 at a big school. No? At an elementary school?
Yeah, I feel like elementary schools were like houses.
Multiple elementary schools typically feed into one middle school. So that's big.
Yeah. That's fair.
So 6 million is
I mean, should we go into math?
Honestly, I want to get away from this topic because I'm going to start to sound more and more stupid every statement I make. Okay. So by 2001, there was this economist, doesn't matter, but he made an estimated cost of what D.A.R.E had cost up to that point. What do you think it costs annually?
750 million.
That's the number I just said.
I know. I just wanted to be more accurate this time, so I thought it was safe.
1.3 billion.
So, you looked it up.
No, I didn't.
Really?
Is it 1.3 billion?
$1 to $1.3 billion annually.
Did not look that up.
Whoa.
So how much is that per student at that point? I mean, I didn't tell you how many students, so I guess that's not fair.
How many students?
I don't know.
Can we stop playing this origami of numbers and just...
Okay, should I just get to the point?
Yes,
I just
please.
I'm trying to express the magnitude.
No, but the magnitude is crazy. I'm appreciating the numbers, but yeah.
Can you tell the producer to pipe down over there? Okay, so I'll speed it up. So that's about $173 to $268 per student per year.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to guess.
Crazy. To implement this, which like doesn't even work. And there's like all these school resources factored into like how they have to support this program, take time away from like learning stuff that you're supposed to be learning as a fifth grader. Like this is a big thing.
Listen, I will say that I was terrified to try marijuana until I got to college.
So I was in the more curious camp.
Sure.
But I think
We know,
you're the
we're
target
aware.
audience. Well, you're just a good guy.
Well, this is something where
But this worked.
Yes, and I think it worked on me if this is the right placement.
Okay.
Because I had to watch this video when I was younger, and I just remember being in a classroom and watching this video, and it's the reason I never did ecstasy my entire life. Mm-hmm. But everyone knows I drink a lot of water. I'm a thirsty girl.
She OD'd on the water.
I watched the video, and she took the ecstasy and then was sweating so much and chugged so much water she drowned herself.
Yes.
And I remember watching this video and being like, I'm never doing it. And like even in college, and I have experimented with certain things, but like ecstasy is like on my X list. Like I will never do it.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't even mean to.
That was cute. Wait, so I don't think I saw the video, but I have a memory about a girl drowning in water because of ecstasy. So I must have watched
Well, there was
too.
a reenactment because it was about that story, and then there was a reenactment of what happened, and I was scarred. So D.A.R.E maybe worked on me too, not in like a big sense.
So it's like, okay, so you could do some drugs, just not this one
not
really
this one
bad
because it freaked me out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That I buy that.
I mean, I did other stuff, but
yeah. So it didn't really work, but kind of.
There were elements of it that spooked me enough to scare me straight.
Okay. Well, we'll take that as a win for D.A.R.E.
Sure.
Now I'm going to tell you some of the not controversy, but essentially there were studies about it that cast doubt that it actually worked. And so in the 90s and 2000s, people were like, this is actually not effective. So basically they were not only saying it wasn't effective, they were saying that the program was harmful and counterproductive. So back to what I was saying, it makes kids curious or have so much anxiety about drugs that like
they need drugs.
It yeah. Hey, we didn't even get into
like
prescriptions.
You do the opposite thing where like I remember when I was a kid, and granted this is like not, but the best example, like when you're in a smoking restaurant and I used to lose my shit about smokers.
Yes.
And then I turned into one. So like the irony of it, so like people talking me out of doing drugs makes me be like, maybe I might try. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Or like hating something so much and then just like giving it a shot.
Well, I used to charge my dad like $0.25 when he wouldn't put on his seatbelt. And then I became the cowboy of not wearing my seatbelt. It's just like, so ironic.
It's so ironic.
Yeah. So, what it also said, aside the fact that it was like counterproductive, stop laughing at me.
The cowboy of not wearing my seatbelt.
I wear it now.
I've just never.
I wear it now. Wait.
Putting those words together in the same sentence was funny.
She is a cowboy for
I know.
not wearing her seatbelt.
It just feels like. It feels risky.
I just pictured you put on a cowboy hat, put your boots up. No seatbelt for me today. I'm a renegade.
Okay, can I tell you something really scary that I saw the other day that has changed my life? And it's only been a couple days, but it's burned in my brain. I saw, it must have been on Instagram or TikTok or some spiral I was going down on social media. And there was a girl who her entire forehead was pushed back so that over her eyebrows was like essentially a shelf. And her forehead was gone and it, like her the back of her skull started.
Why are you telling me
What?
this?
Why did it happen to
so
her?
scared.
Was she born that way?
I'm about to blow your mind.
Okay.
She had.
Sounds like her mind was blown.
Kind of, because she had her fucking feet up on the dash and they crashed and her knees slammed into her forehead and pushed it into her skull.
Wow.
Your faces. I wish we were recording this one. Okay, so now I wear my fucking seatbelt.
And keep your feet off the dash.
Yeah.
Was she driving?
She was in the passenger.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but how many times...
Okay.
Wait,
How?
Wait, that was the dumbest
How?
question I
No,
think
because
you
Cruise
asked.
control?
No, sometimes
I've
both
put one
I
foot-
put 1 foot up like on the window.
Yeah, I've done that before too.
and it's comfortable because
It's super lazy, but
it's really lazy.
Yeah.
You like lean back a little bit. It's like long drive style, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're just cruising in the right lane, like doing your thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I was curious because I was like,
never
my
do that
knee
again.
couldn't get there, the contortion, but she's a passenger.
Yeah, so not only do I wear my seatbelt, but I will never be putting my feet up again. Okay, that took us on a windy road, but I feel like I should have shared. So where was I? So it's counterproductive, but they also found that people who go through it are not more or less likely to use drugs. So moral of the story is $1.3 billion annually.
And they broke even.
And they didn't accomplish a goddamn thing.
So it wasn't encouraging and it wasn't not encouraging. It was just like everyone was status quo and we spent this much money on it.
Exactly. Well, and the scare tactics were a thing. So I didn't remember this, I don't think, but now I don't know if it's just because I read it, but there was a box in the front of the class. Do you remember this? A shoe
I do
box?
remember this.
Okay, what was it for? Do you remember?
You would slip in if somebody you knew was...
Doing drugs.
Yeah.
Me.
You know how many names I put in that box?
You would be a narc.
No,
you
I did it. I did
such
it.
a narc. Yeah.
There was a few kids in 5th grade that were doing drugs, though, that I could have
Yeah,
totally
so that's the
ratted
thing.
on.
In 5th grade, I didn't
Well,
know
you're
drugs.
not.
There's no way there was anything in that box.
10?
No, so I read a lot about how it ended up making kids tell on their parents, which is what really annoys me, actually. And that...
But like, what if a kid should tell on their parents and they're like, need it to be, you know, in a box rather than like telling the teacher if their kid is or their parent is actually like a drug
That's
addict?
true. But the thing is, it was anonymous. So it's not like they're going to save them. Actually, what's the point of the shoebox then?
Right. Or
don't
maybe
get
just
it.
getting you in the
Habit of being a
habit
narc.
of narking. To be more comfortable with the process of tattling, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
It sounds purposeless now that
the
we
way
say it.
that Charlotte, my daughter, tattles on Theo, she'd be an A student in the D.A.R.E program.
No, she would narc for
the
sure.
minute he does one thing, Mommy, Theo's doing this thing, she would be writing a slip every day on Theo. And Theo is certainly the kid that's
The
gonna
boys
do
the
drugs.
boys are in trouble with Charlotte, for sure.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so then what ended up happening after all this like hoopla about it not being good is that the funding was like dramatically reduced in the 2000s. So after us, but that's why we don't like hear about it anymore because they're like, oh,
And the t-shirts aren't rampant. I feel like there was like signs and shit. Like it was everywhere.
Okay.
Like
T-shirts were awesome.
I remember
the t-shirts were awesome.
Well, we ordered one for our clubhouse.
Yeah.
But wait, what was the
The
lion?
Musty Millennial Clubhouse.
What was the deal with the lion? I remember him, but like, was he a mascot?
You're talking about McGruff?
Is that his?
I think it is McGruff.
McGruff the crime dog? Take a bite out of crime?
Yes.
No, that's not who I
No,
mean.
it's not him. It was
Was
Hermione.
there any tie with him and D.A.R.E?
No.
Or was this
You're
completely
on a
separate?
different
Forgot
path.
about McGruff.
You forgot about McGruff?
You're on a different path.
All right, sorry. I'll get off the path.
Oh yeah, the program's mascot is D.A.R.E and the lion. I do have it here in my research.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like, what did he serve? What purpose? He's just literally a mascot?
He was just like Smokey the Bear, like psyching us up, you know?
Okay, just so we can anchor
He was a pimp.
ourselves.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, he was on the t-shirts.
Yeah, he was on
he's
the
cute.
t-shirts.
So the black t-shirts with the red writing, super iconic. But then there's a ton of different variations that...
Yeah, there was tie-dye for a beat.
Yeah, it's kind of like the first like Barstool merch. Like this is how they like.
But I
got
remember
out
it
there.
being in school and it was like kind of in my memory, like the Scholastic Book Fair. Like when D.A.R.E came, there was like shit you could buy and like all
what
this
I'm
like
saying.
stuff.
Keychains.
Yeah.
What's probably super ironic is the poor, like, 20-year-old that was in the lion outfit costume
Ugh,
was
like-
probably on drugs.
There's not a real.
You would
mascot.
have to be high to be in that lion costume.
There's not a person in the.
Yeah, it's a real mascot.
It's a drawing.
Then who's this?
For those listening, Brandon has pulled up what is like the equivalent of the Times Square Mickey lion, who actually looks like he's taken drugs,
No, he's
and he's
definitely
only
on
got
drugs.
one eye
It's
showing.
the bootleg D.A.R.E. line, yeah. Oh, his name was Darren. I get it.
Yeah.
Darren.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. Got it.
All right. Okay, so I have just a quick summary of pros and cons, and then I'll wrap it up. Okay. So pros and cons, early intervention. So they get to us before we're technically druggies, which is weird.
But I think that's actually kind of wrong.
Oh, right, because it's makes
too
you
early.
think about it.
Yeah.
Right, agreed with that. Community engagement. It makes you have a positive relationship with police officers. I don't think that's true.
That's not true.
Okay. Peer pressure resistance. So basically give you strategies to like not
resist your peers. I didn't need D.A.R.E to do that.
Yeah.
Continue.
That tracks. I was the one pressuring, so I didn't need those tactics. Curriculum updates. I don't... No. Oh, so curriculum updates talks about all the other stuff. Bullying, internet safety, which is like the evolution after we were there. Which those things I could see being more interesting than
bullying
the drug
would
stuff.
be better.
Totally. So cons, effectiveness. So the most important point to take away is literally this thing doesn't work.
Right.
So I think that trumps everything else. Fear-based approach. Obviously, that's critics are saying like scare tactics and fear messaging is probably not the way to get at fifth graders.
No.
And will backfire because
100%.
of the anxiety and curiosity. And there's zero evidence-based practices. So like they have no scientific backing to anything they talk about or do. They're just like, don't do drugs. It's fucking bad. Tell on your friends.
Yeah, there was like nothing to it. They would just come in and scare you. There wasn't like I don't know, like a quiz or like...
There was like posters and stuff. Like I'm reading that there were some things that they came up with, like crack is whack. Don't be wacko for tobacco.
Crack is whack is from D.A.R.E?
No need for weed.
I remember some of those things, but I'm saying like there wasn't like a curriculum for us. Like they came in and scared us and maybe gave us some slogans and a T-shirt. Well, and we're like, don't do drugs.
I know you yelled at me for the numbers, but let's just return to $1.3 billion. Do you know what our country could be doing with $1.3 billion annually?
Yeah.
Not this.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into politics, but I really am offended.
I'm sure we'd be spending it on something
I'm
really
offended by the
crucial.
price tag.
Yeah, I'm offended by the price tag.
But you know what?
I mean, I think it's admirable to keep kids off drugs, but I just don't know if that was the best way to go about it.
I think the intentions were good.
Yes.
But I think the implementation... You know what? This kind of is synonymous with all the things that the police do. Intentions were good, bad delivery.
Yeah, I wouldn't say all. Blanket is
just
a little...
like there's a lot of things.
I mean, as a crime documentary fanatic, there's a lot of great cops out there.
No. Okay, let me take this back before I get canceled. I don't think all cops are bad, but I'm saying there's a lot of things that are well intended that go awry when it comes to police officers.
Yes,
we're dealing with guns, we're dealing with intensity. There's just like a lot that can come with that.
100%.
So this was like the most basic example of that.
Yes,
but I guess like harmless. Kind of. Actually, I want to know the stats on how many kids went onto drugs just because they introduced it at D.A.R.E.
Well, I don't know if you could trace that back because you're in fifth grade. You might not start drugs. It might have been like marinating in your little brain for 4 years, and then you're a freshman, and someone hands you a line of cocaine, and you're like, you know what? I have been curious about this for the past 4 years, but I'll be able to put your finger on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or nose on it.
Yeah, nice.
That's fair, Doctor.
Because like I wouldn't have known if D.A.R.E. planted a seed in my brain because I'm a kid.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden, if I start doing drugs in high school, who's to say that it was D.A.R.E?
You know what I want to know? Like, how detailed were they? Like, they came in. Are there slides? Are they just talking to me?
I think there was. I remember little pamphlets with like cartoons, like what should you do in this scenario? And it's like this little cartoon kid walking by these kids smoking cigarettes and stuff.
When you're in fifth grade, do you know the difference between cocaine? First of all, I still don't know what crack is. Every time I like make a joke about like smoking crack, I'm like, is crack cocaine? Is it the thing that's melted? Like, I'm really confused by it. So D.A.R.E. didn't teach me a damn thing. No, but my point is, I don't think they were. Are they getting into the details? Like, this is what weed is. This is why it's bad. To a fifth grader?
I don't remember.
Me either.
Because now my drug education is very different than my D.A.R.E. education.
It's much more
so
robust.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So I don't remember how detail-oriented they were, but they couldn't have been that detail-oriented. They couldn't have been, like, dropping hints as to how to do it.
Do you think that people were, like, doing heavy drugs in fifth grade? Like, there was one or two?
Maybe where we were, I don't know. I mean, I highly doubt it. They're 9 years old.
It had to just
is
be
that,
weed
you're only
in
9
grade.
in fifth grade?
Or 10.
Is that right?
Fifth grade. Sixth grade, I was 12.
Sixth grade, I was 11.
So you're 10.
11.
And I was young for my grade, yeah. So I turned 11 in the sixth grade.
Okay, so no, people aren't really doing drugs then, for the most part.
No, you're young.
Okay.
That would be crazy if a 10-year-old was doing hard drugs.
Like blowing lines in the bathroom from the cafeteria
after recess. You know what I mean? Like,
After playing on the jungle gym.
Dream.
Imagine taking a bump so you could be better at dodgeball.
You know what I mean? Like, that's insane.
Like, hold on, I'll be right back. I just need to blow a line so I can crush this game.
Like, no. So D.A.R.E is like way not on our radar. That was the problem.
I think they started too young.
Yeah. You should do it when kids are actually doing drugs.
But there had to be some type of study behind why they did it in 5th grade.
That's what I'm saying. There was. The intention was to get to you before you hear about it elsewhere.
And all it did is open the door to be like, oh, they're coming to me talking to me about this. This means I can be doing it.
Late middle school freshman. We're just on our drug ride.
Well, and when you're a freshman, you're
not that I was doing drugs then, but I feel like that's
you don't need to qualify. You could just keep that
Mom,
to yourself.
I wasn't doing drugs in middle school.
Mom, I only have 12 tattoos. No, but what I was going to say is when you're a freshman, I actually think that is the right time because then you're in proximity to such older people so young. Yes. And so that's the time. Or even, honestly, 8th grade. Like middle school makes more sense. That's what I'm saying. Like
8th grade before you go to high school and have that exposure.
Yes.
So like that's when also people start talking about drugs. And when you're talking about it and you don't understand it, that's the time to get it. Where I already heard about it. Yeah. I don't know anything about it. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. Like at least I'm aware that it's going on and then you spook.
Yeah. 5th grade, too early. That was their biggest downfall. Yeah. When do you do the sex stuff? How old are you?
I was in 5th grade too.
Oh my God.
What? You're like putting condoms on bananas in 5th grade?
No, but that was when we had the first
thing?
health class. And we didn't do that. I feel like that's a movie thing.
I think that is a movie thing. I think I made that
I
up.
went to a class at like 8 p.m. on a weekday night and my mom took me.
No.
Okay, that's weird.
That sounds like it was elective.
Yeah.
I was forced, but I went into that class and they played like this video and it talked about like why this guy is having wet dreams and like all that stuff.
I kind of remember a video about wet dreams.
It was a softcore.
It was a conversation.
It was like a softcore porn that I was sitting there watching with my mom next to me.
So I definitely remember
horrific.
The wet dream. Wait, your mom stayed? I missed that detail.
I think all the parents were in there. If I remember, maybe she dropped me off. I can't remember.
I think it was a drop off situation.
I hope so. I don't remember.
You probably put it out of your mind because she was.
I blocked all of it out.
Speaking of memories that aren't real, because I'm now confusing it with Knocked Up. Did we watch A Real Birth?
What? No.
Okay.
I would remember that. Having not experienced it myself.
Like they rolled somebody in?
No. A video of a real birth.
No.
Oh, I don't think so.
In health class, we didn't do that?
I don't think so.
Or I blocked it out. But I don't think that we did.
In this softcore porn video, this guy this teenager gets romantic with his girl, and then it shows the pregnancy scare, and he's at the doctor all stressed out, like pulling his hair out.
When does the wet dream happen? Before or after?
That's
when he's got the pre.
That opens, opens the door.
It's chronological.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
But if you want to go down this rabbit hole and relive this nostalgia a little more, on Reddit, if you just type in D.A.R.E program, all of these people are like recounting their memories from it, and there's some really funny.
Read it. Can you read us a couple?
So there's some really funny stuff. This one person says, shout out, smells like fumes. When I was younger, I didn't think about drugs at all. Then one day, a bunch of cops came to my school and told me how cool drugs were, and I shouldn't do them.
that kind of tracks.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Well said, Reddit user.
I think that sums up the criticism of D.A.R.E.
And like this one guy, we had a D.A.R.E cop come once a week because our school was in the ghetto. And some kid stole the prizes from his cart that he left in the hallway when he went to take a piss.
Nice.
What are the prizes? Drugs?
No, it was
like stuffed animals and shit.
Oh,
keychains.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you get prizes for?
If you answer questions right.
If you say no when he says, "Do you want drugs?"
Yeah.
No, thank you, sir. I will not have
keychain for you.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. So what I couldn't figure out, I think the answer is no. Does it 100% not exist today? Did you see in your research?
I did not.
I think the answer is no.
I think there are comparable programs that still might exist.
That fix all the bullshit that this one got wrong?
No, I think it just exists.
Same shit.
I think there's definitely a government drug prevention program.
It was changed in 2009. The new program is called Keeping It Real and focuses on less lectures and more on interactive activities.
Keeping It Real is like some young cop.
When Keeping It Real goes wrong.
Yeah, some young cop was like, these old guys made this really antiquated D.A.R.E program, but I'm going to make it cool. I'm going to call it Keeping It Real.
No, yes. I think it's an old white dude who's like, what are the kids saying these days? Are we keeping it real? That's what I picture.
Ooh, okay.
So it's either a young loser or an old loser.
Yeah, I don't know which is worse. It doesn't matter,
but one of them tried to revamp it.
Yeah, that's fair. Because
keeping it real is not something that, like, I would roll my eyes. If someone came in and was like, we're keeping it real about drugs, and I'd be like, this fucking guy.
Yeah. In 5th grade, though, Maybe you'd be like, wow, that's so nice that they kept it real for
No.
me. No,
I will
Okay.
never say that.
No, yeah, no. Okay, I think
I don't think
bad.
anyone's thanked anyone for keeping it real about anything.
But wait, is Keeping It Real run by police officers?
Sounds like it.
Okay, so it's basically D.A.R.E rebranded with a shittier name.
100%. That's what it sounds like.
All right. So in summary, D.A.R.E still sucks.
Yes.
Okay.
But also don't do drugs.
Right. But like maybe learn that in the 8th grade.
Sure.
Honestly, they should have let us at it. We could have reconstructed this program to be really effective.
I mean, we have some good ideas.
I know. Should we apply?
They're not perfect, but they're pretty good.
It sounds like the new program is focused on science and peer interaction. So
Okay, so
the peer
science.
pressure element of it.
But wait,
So that's more focused on
what do you mean focused on science? Like they bring scientific research into what they're
like
doing?
what drugs can actually do to you long
So
term.
that
Like
is
that's
helpful.
scary. Yeah.
Oh, on this topic. So I read a book called Why We Sleep. I think Stephen Walker, whatever.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this. I don't
Oh
like it.
my God. So
No,
it's all about, so let me just say,
Okay.
if I would have read that, I wish I would have read that before we went to college, and the Adderall and the staying up rotted my fucking brain.
Yeah.
Because all that book told me was that I'm going to get dementia as a result. And if had they put that science in front of me, I would have led a different life.
I don't
Would
think
you?
that you
No,
would.
I probably wouldn't. But I
Well,
would
you're
have been.
also too young to think that's ever going to happen to you. That's the problem. Is
Yeah.
now we're just old enough. Again, this what makes me feel old is now I'm old enough to be aware of like what things do to me. When I was 20, even if you told me I'd get dementia at 40, I'd be like, "Fuck it, I'm going to live forever."
That's
you know,
true.
like,
That's
like-
I just wouldn't buy it. So no
Right.
matter what, getting through to them is not
Actually, that's a good point because that's like tanning. I knew it gives you skin cancer.
exactly.
But
I was like,
stopped.
it won't happen to me. It's fine.
Honestly, I would still do it.
I would still do it too.
You mean a tube that was plugged into the wall that
It's
changed
not
the color
a tube.
of your
It's an opening
skin?
claw.
Yeah, okay.
Gave you skin cancer?
It's like
Get
an
the hell
MRI
outta here.
machine.
Sometimes I would go into the standing one, bitch, because I
Yeah.
wanted my armpits not to be
Same.
stark white.
Yeah, or like
against
the
my
butt crack
tan butt.
line.
The butt crack I could never figure out. I guess you have to stand.
You have to stand for that.
I didn't like standing though because my arms would get tired.
No, same. I would just get bored.
Yeah. So you can't wear headphones because at the time AirPods didn't exist. So
No.
you had the wires and it was a whole thing.
Yeah, and you had to make sure the wires weren't on you.
Oh my God, it was a whole game.
Yeah.
And then you just sat
But
there
I got to
like a
make sure my
mummy.
heart sticker is on my head.
Heart. I had the Playboy bunny
Of course
pop
you
out the
did.
eye.
God.
Yeah, maybe D.A.R.E should have focused on different things.
Yes, seriously.
My life would have been different. What else did you do, even though you knew the repercussions? Got anything else
Smoke.
on that list? Well, oh yeah, duh. Okay, all right. You just killed that
Sorry.
whole segment.
It's perfect. It's perfect transition. Let's go into the quiz.
Oh, our quiz. My quiz. It's going to be a little shorty.
Why do you know that smoking has to do with the quiz? Did you preview the questions?
Yeah, because I talked to my producer about my content.
But that's
Gina.
not fair because you have him as a partner in quizzes that I do.
No, it was about the concept of the quiz because I wanted to make sure it was cool. And he
right.
said it was
Does
the
he know
coolest.
the answers?
No.
I won't chime in. You got
Okay,
this.
so
you
gotta
got
let me,
these.
You got to let me try,
Okay.
and then you'll
Okay,
be my
so
lifeline.
this is, and
Got
I'm
it.
only going to do a few to see if you know them, but this is drug slang for Gen Z.
Ooh, okay. Got it.
So I'll do like a few. Do you know what dabbing is?
Is that when you throw your head into the crook of your arm?
Yes, but also it's a drug reference.
Dabbing, putting a little drugs on your gums?
No, it's like you inhale cannabis oil.
What?
Yeah, you put it on a hot surface, let it vaporize, then you inhale it. That's dabbing.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that gross?
Kind of not.
It sounds like
This is like D.A.R.E. I'm curious.
What was that thing where it's like, I'm not going to remember it. Okay, a Hulk
A villain that turns green when he gets mad.
and rips off his shirt.
He's a superhero. He's
No,
not a villain.
it's
Wait, no, don't tell me. I gotta take
Oh,
a guess.
sorry.
A Hulk. It's like a huff on a can.
That's really...
What is that called?
Your
Huffing?
deduction is very good,
What is it?
but it's wrong.
Oh,
It's a 2 milligram benzo.
wait, what are benzos?
Benzos are like...
Are
like,
they anti?
Aren't they the anti-anxiety ones?
Yeah, so like things I take.
Yeah, but like...
Benzos, I
Like-
feel like are bad.
Yeah, they are bad. That's why it's not a good
Producer,
thing for
can you
kids
look
to
up
do.
a benzo
Look
while
at
we
what a
carry
benzo
on
is.
through our
All right,
thing?
so what's a plug?
Ooh, like a butt plug.
No.
Put the drugs on something, the liquid, put it up your butt, and then you get the high.
Spin around
that
a couple
way.
times when you're high?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's your dealer is your plug.
Oh, that was way lamer than my guess.
Benzo is like prescription drugs?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
benzodiazepine.
Okay. Klonopin.
Yeah, Klonopin.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so anti-anxiety. We were right.
Yeah.
Those K-pens.
K-pins, love it.
And then a school bus. This is the last one.
Ooh, so you know what this makes me think of? Speaking of being a musty millennial. What's that show when they would get on the school bus and go into the body?
Magic School Bus?
Oh, yeah. So it was that simple. Okay. So it makes me think of something that like enters in and then just spreads. Is that weird? That was how I got there.
That's wild.
Okay, what's the school bus?
Maybe we should take a deep dive on the Magic School Bus and see why that's
hey,
that
producer,
sticks in your
put
brain.
that on the list. We're coming back to Magic
It's already
School
on there.
Bus. Oh, okay.
So can I tell you?
You have to. Unless, Brandon, you have a guess.
No, I don't.
Okay.
A 2 milligram Xanax bar.
Xanny bars aren't
We
cool.
call them Xanny bars.
Yeah, but
maybe they're like trying to speak in code, like, yo, you got a school bus?
Oh, like in front of the D.A.R.E counselor?
Yeah, exactly. And then the other ones are like kind of similar to ours, but one they have for marijuana is crazy.
Ugh, well, now you gave away the answer.
I know, but
All
I
right,
didn't
just
want to
share with
quiz
the
you
class.
again.
Share with the class.
Zaza or za?
Like Zsa Zsa Gabor?
Like pizza?
Yeah,
Oh.
I call
Like,
pizza
can I get a
za.
slots of za?
A slot Zsa. I
Isn't
hate
that
it.
weird? I don't know if I'd buy that, but like the other ones, like School Bus and a Hulk, like we weren't those people.
Wait,
It was
I already
like, do you have
forgot
a
what the Hulk
Klonopin?
is. Oh, Klonopin. Benzos.
Benzos.
Did we find out what benzos are?
We weren't into benzos when we were.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what it is. I mean, I thought, oh, it's a Klonopin.
It's a Klonopin or like
Sorry.
other things like it.
I'm not. Maybe I feel like I'm
Maybe
on
like
drugs.
Ativan. Is Ativan a benzo?
Isn't Ativan what you take when you have asthma?
No, Ativan.
What's the thing you inhale when you have asthma? Ativan.
Inhaler?
No. All right, my drug knowledge is not
Yeah,
good.
I take vitamin D.
Yeah. On that note,
Yeah.
let's wrap it up. Okay, so this was a great pod.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of things, brought us back.
Yep.
And hey, if you have any memories from D.A.R.E that we left
Yes.
out, or you want to bring us any
Yeah.
knowledge of your experience that
Or
we
you'd
can
like
read,
to correct us on any
I want to
incorrect
hear.
facts?
I want to
please
hear.
email us at mustymillennials@gmail.com.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt. I want to hear from someone who's actually doing drugs in the 5th grade and what D.A.R.E did for you. If you're out there, write us because I am dying to know the effect on someone who was like living it.
Crickets.
Okay, next episode. You're doing it.
Yeah, girl.
We're doing all that.
We're doing all that.
And
then some.
And then I was trying to think of the right pun, but that was really, really pathetic. Okay, so in closing, we are the mustiest, dustiest, crustiest millennials you ever did see. Join us next time to talk about all that.
Musty Millennials is executive produced by Gina Mim, Kyle Romano, and Brandon Mim. A big thank you to the very talented Chad Hudson for all graphics and artwork. Music provided by Melody Ayers Griffith. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow Musty Millennials on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts. Plus, check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Musty Millennials. We're the mustiest, dustiest, crustiest millennials you ever did see.